Hi, my name is Melissa Stansel, and today we are going to talk about how to rock vendor events. Vendor events are a huge opportunity for you to meet a lot of people and bring a lot of people into your business and into your organization without having to cold message or spam people, being able to meet people that you don't know, to bring people right to you for you to be able to share your products and your opportunity with them. So a couple things we're going to talk about today. I'm going to have some information on how to find vendor events, what to do while you are there, um, how to set up your table. I have a table set up behind me so you can kind of take a little peek at it. What to do while you're at the vendor event, and then what to do after the vendor event, how to process orders, those types of things. So let's get into it, shall we? So vendor events are easy to find if you know where to look. So an easy place for you to find vendor events is Facebook. So Facebook has groups that are called vendor event groups. So you can search for the words, go to the group section and look for Explore and search for the words vendor event in your area. So for example, I live in Wilmington, Delaware. I'm in a group that's called Vendor Events Wilmington. I'm in another group that's called Vendor Events Newcastle County, which is the county I live in. And then there's also an even bigger one that encompasses Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. So I'm in 4 different vendor event groups for these different areas. Also, all of these events generally have Facebook events set up. So if you go to the events section of Facebook, you can also scroll through that section to find events in your area. There are a lot of community calendars available. Like when I go to the local diner, there's a rack out front that has a community calendar that's put out by our local Chamber of Commerce. That also has vendor events in it. Another thing that you can do is if you go on to Google, you can actually search for the words, in quotes, vendor registration form or vendor registration application, end quote, plus sign, and then area in quotes as well. So for example, vendor event registration form plus Wilmington. That might bring you up vendor registration forms from prior years, but it would at least give you an idea of what events are being held. So that's another way to find events. You can also look for music festivals, holiday festivals, state fairs, county fairs. I've done very, very well with health and wellness events and music festivals. Music festivals has been a really big one for me. There's a lot of people at those generally, and they're generally in the summer, they're outside, they're a lot of fun. When you think about being a person who goes out to vendor events, one of the things you want to think about ahead of time is how far are you willing to travel? How much do you want to spend? Set yourself a budget. Vendor events can range anywhere from $10 for a table to thousands of dollars for a 10 by 10 space in an all weekend home show. Some of the over 55 community have wellness fairs that go over the entire weekend. So the ones that are longer are generally going to cost you more. So kind of have an idea of how much you're willing to spend ahead of time and set yourself a budget for that. When you contact the organizer of an event, some of the things that you're going to want to know, good questions to ask. What is provided? Will you provide me a table? Do I need to bring my own? Is it indoors or is it outdoors? Do I need to bring a tent? If I'm bringing a tent, do I need to have weights for that tent? A lot of places that have outdoor events, especially in the summer, require weights so that tents don't blow down the street. Do you need electricity? If you do, will electricity be provided? Do you need Wi-Fi? If so, will Wi-Fi be provided? What time is set up and what time are you permitted to break down? A lot of events will load in 2 or 3 hours prior to an event, and they want you to be set up a half an hour to an hour before the event actually starts. That way you have time to get your stuff in, get your stuff out, and be ready to go before the customers start to arrive. When an event has a breakdown time, be especially cautious that you don't decide to break down early. There are a couple reasons that you don't want to do this. If you break down early, oftentimes they will not invite you back because they want their vendors to stay for the entire length of the event. The other reason that you don't want to break down early is because you have a high ticket item. Often people will come to your table, look at your products, decide to go walk around and see everything else in the venue for the day, and then come back to make a purchase from you at the last minute because they've decided, I have enough money left in my budget to make that purchase of CBD oil. So you don't want to miss that opportunity where that person circles around to come back to you and you've already packed up and left. So make sure that you stay until the end of the event, or at least until the time that they say, now is the time that you can go ahead and start packing up, because you want to make sure that you don't leave too soon. When you are setting up your table, you don't need to spend a lot of money to have a really professional looking table. So on my table, the first thing that I did was I looked around my house to see, what do I have that I can use? So I'm going to kind of point, and you can kind of see I have these black boxes that have given me height to my table. I have 3 of them. It's a nesting set. There's a big one, a medium-sized one on this side, and a little one right here in the middle. I had those in my house. They were pink. They had flowers on them, so I spray painted them black to make them look nice for my table. Right here in the middle, I have this display of oil. That was a tea light holder that was in my bedroom that is glass and heavy and beautiful and displays that oil appropriately. So look around your house, see what you have that you might be able to repurpose. The tablecloth, you'll see I have the HempWorks logo runner. I did order this from the back office. It was $47 for the runner. The tablecloth itself, they also have one that has the big HempWorks logo on the front of a black tablecloth. That was more expensive. This is a black fitted tablecloth for a 6-foot table that I bought from Amazon for $12. And then I bought the small runner to go over top of it because that was more affordable. You can see that I have these 8.5 by 11 signs. There are 3 of them on the table, and then I have some smaller signage as well. All of these were just acrylic frames that I bought from Amazon. I think I got a 3-pack for $9.99. And they're just Word documents inside of them. I do my Word documents, often I'll do my signage on Canva, which is a really professional looking app and really very easy to use to make signage for my table because it does give it that kind of polished pop. First impressions are everything. You want your table to look professional. It doesn't need to be super, super cluttered. It just needs to be clean and crisp and professional and display your product well. My display of my products, all the products that I have displayed on my table are actually empty. I keep all of my actual inventory, if you carry inventory, underneath the table where someone can't walk by and grab a bottle and walk away. You don't want to have a lot of high value product on your table. There's a possibility that you may be working an event by yourself. You may have to walk away from your table for any reason. You don't want to leave a lot of really valuable stuff right out there for somebody to easily grab and walk away. So all of my bottles that I have on my table are all empty. Of course, you want to have a shirt. I have a dozen HempWorks shirts. This is one of them. This is about good vibes, grow your tribe. Always wear your gear. I wear my gear everywhere, not just to vendor events. This one actually says HempWorks on the back too. So I like to always be displaying my business so that if I'm away from my table and I still have a HempWorks shirt on, someone may ask me for a card or ask me a question while I'm out moving around the event. A couple of other things you'll want to bring or prepare is raffle slips. So every person that comes to your table is a potential customer. Even if they don't make a purchase from you, you want to make sure that you capture their email address or their information so that you can reach out to them later. This is how I do that. These I got from Vistaprint. They're actually just notepads that come nicely bound on a piece of cardboard. So it makes it easy for people to write on them. You don't have to do the clipboard thing. And I just made these on Vistaprint. Now I just customized them using their program, and it's name, email, phone number. Two choices. I'm interested in buying a bottle, or I'm interested in earning extra income. You want to make sure that you have that option on there so that you can identify people who are interested in joining your business. And then I'm looking for help with, and I have a lot of the different things that CBD oil can do for your body. Anxiousness, skin condition, pains, headaches, inflammation. When someone is filling this out and they go to that list and I'm looking for help with, oftentimes when they do 3 or 4 check marks on this list, they have that moment of, this could really help me. So that's what I like about this section of the raffle slip. And then also on my table, where is it? Right here, I have a glass vase that says enter to win a free sample. So that, and then I have the sample pack kind of on an easel right here. So I have the vase and they just fill this out and then they take it and they fold it and they put it right in there. And then at the end of the event, I have emails to follow up with. Leads are everything. I process all of my payments on Square. So you'll want to make sure that you have your cell phone and a Square processor that plugs into the bottom so that you can scan credit cards. I'm going to talk a little bit more about payments and payment methods a little bit further along in the training. If you are taking cash sales, you'll want to make sure that you have some change, especially if your product is $79. Somebody brings you an $80 bill, you're going to need to give them $1 and change. So have some small bills with you. When you have your raffle slips, make sure you have plenty of pens and backup pens, because rest assured, if you only have one, it will stop working. Keep it simple. Keep your table clean. Don't over clutter it. Make sure there's some negative space. A couple of other things that you want to bring. Bring a bottle of water. Always. Bring yourself a snack or a lunch. You may or may not have concessions available to purchase food from. And even if they do, you don't necessarily know that it's going to be something that you like. The options are usually significantly limited. So I always make sure to pack myself a lunch or a snack or both. Water, lunch, and a snack. And sometimes you don't even have an opportunity to get away from your table. So having food to sustain yourself through, especially a long event, is a really great idea. And always make sure that you bring battery backup for your cell phone. You may or may not have access to plug into a wall somewhere. So I have a portable power pack and a cord that I always take with me to every single event. Did I cover everything? Blitz cards. Blitz cards was the other thing that I didn't talk about yet. These are Blitz cards. It's like a business card, but it's a 4x6 size. The thing I like about the 4x6 business card size is it's small enough to fit in your pocket, even if you have to fold it, but it's large enough that it doesn't get lost. Generally, a business card will float to the bottom of a woman's purse and never be seen again. This is a little bit bigger, so it gives them a little bit something else to hold on to. The other thing I have on here is all of the things that CBD can help you with, and I use this as a part of my pitch when I speak to somebody when they come to the table. So that's kind of a nice segue into the next section of what do you do while you are at the event. I recommend that you practice that 2-minute elevator speech. What are you going to say to someone when they come to a table? Generally, you'll want to do a couple of things first. Make eye contact, smile, and say hi. People will come over and speak to you if you engage with them and make eye contact with them. If you sit behind your table on your telephone, they will walk by. They're not going to come and focus on you. You're not going to focus on them. They're not going to focus on you. They're going to scan your table and they're going to keep right on going. But if you look at them in the eye and smile and say, hi, they will often take a step towards you to find out what you have to say. That's your opening where you can start. Are you familiar with CBD oil? That's generally the first question I ask every single person that walks up to my table. Are you familiar with CBD oil? And their answer is either going to be yes, no, or somewhat. And then I kind of have my plan of where am I going to go from there. If someone says no, that they're not familiar with CBD oil, then I'm going to tell them about it. I have kind of everybody's 2-minute elevator speech is going to be a little bit different, but I generally lead with, I hand them my Blitz card and then I start to talk. CBD oil is a cannabis extract from industrial hemp. It's legal in all 50 states because it doesn't have any THC. It gives you all the medicinal benefits of the plant, but it doesn't make you feel high. If you flip that Blitz card over, you can look at the back and see some of the things that CBD oil can do for your body. Is there anything on that oil that you think that you might, or is there anything on that oil? See, I've done this so many times, it almost comes naturally, but you're always going to make mistakes. You're a human being. Is there anything on that list that you think the oil might help you with? And then stop and listen, and then let them tell you what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they're dealing with. Give them an opportunity to speak. The other option is, I'm already familiar with CBD oil and I'm already using it. Generally, where I go from there is, do you have a favorite brand that you're already using? Again, always hand them the Blitz card first as you start to talk to them, because then they take it and they're looking at it while you're speaking. Do you have a favorite brand that you're already using? I chose HempWorks brand because of the price points, because of the ingredients, because it's made in an FDA regulated facility. Like, I give those reasons that I chose this product for myself. And then I try to ask them, do you know the strength of the oil that you're taking now? Get some information from them about what they're taking. You'll find oftentimes that people are really not sure what it is they're taking. And then you have the opportunity to educate them a little bit about the difference between our product and some of the other ones. There are going to be times when you're at a vendor event that it's probably kind of quiet. You may or may not have 3 people deep at the table waiting to talk to you. You may be at one of those events where the first hour or the last hour, there's kind of no one there. This is your opportunity to engage with the other vendors around you. The other vendors around you, number 1, are potential customers. Number 2, are potential affiliates. They're familiar with these types of events already. They may already be in a direct sales company. They may be unhappy with the direct sales company that they're in. And, they also have a lot of information that you can get from them about other vendor events. When I'm speaking to another vendor at an event, I always ask them, where is your next event? What was your favorite event this year? And what is on your absolutely don't miss list for next year? Some of these people, especially crafters with homemade items, have been doing these events for years, and they will tell you their top 3. Those are going to be the ones that you want to make sure that you get the opportunity to look into. So other vendors are a great resource for you and a great source of information. So don't miss that opportunity to engage with those people as well. And then I always leave them with my card. If you hear of any other vendor events, or you know of other ones that you think I might be interested in, please feel free to shoot me an email. Here's my card. And then I've left them with my Blitz card as well. So let's talk about inventory versus no inventory. There are 2 methods of ways of doing a vendor event table. You do not necessarily have to have any inventory at all. You can go to a vendor event with a couple of Word documents on your table, your own personal bottle as your display, and some Blitz cards. Literally, that's all you need. You do not have to carry stock. When a customer comes up and wants to make a purchase, there's a couple of ways that you can do it. You can say, do you have your smartphone available? Let's go on your phone and we'll go ahead and place an order for you right now. I don't recommend that you use your own phone or your own computer or your own iPad to try to process customer orders at a vendor event. We have a very tight fraud detection system. You are only permitted to set up 1, 2, or 3 accounts from the same IP address before your IP address is locked up for fraud that has to be cleared by the back office. So it's not a good idea for you to try to use your own phone to process orders at an event. If you decide that the customer doesn't have that option, or they're not comfortable giving you your phone, then you're giving you their phone to help them place an order. The other thing that you can do is use an order form. We have these order forms are available in the files section of our affiliate group. These are not corporate forms. These are forms that I have created, basically taking exactly what is off the website. Corporate actually asked me for a copy of them, so it may be possible that you see them coming out in corporate affiliate packs in the future, but as of right now, they are not available. They are 2-sided. You definitely, absolutely, positively have to have both sides. The first side has all of the customer information: name, address, phone number, email. If you are going to be setting up a username and a password for the customer, it's very important that you ask them what they want their passwords to be. You cannot use the same password over and over like a generic password. That's against compliance and against company policy. So generally what I say when I do that is, I'm going to set you up a user ID in the system. What would you like your password to be so that it's that favorite? Everybody has a favorite password. Let me use your favorite password so that when you're ready to reorder, you remember easily how to log into your account. It has all the product selections down here. Every time we release a new product, I update this and put a new copy in our file section of our affiliate group. On the back, this is all of the legalese that is required by corporate for a customer to accept and sign. You need to keep these. If they are not going into the system and going through these checkboxes personally and then placing that order, you need to make sure that they read these and that they sign appropriately. This is legal, this is compliance, this is important. And then you need to keep these on file. Then also here at the bottom, there's processing information. So I carry inventory to my events. I upgraded to an executive status and I purchased 12 products. So I have 12 products that I can take to an event. When I go to that event and I sell a bottle of oil to a customer, they're going to pay me with their credit card, and I'm going to swipe it on my phone on my Square, and I'm going to collect the retail cost of this bottle. Retail cost on a 500 milligram bottle is $79, because if you order it online, it's $77.85. So I charge $79, I just round up. On a 750 milligram bottle, I charge $99 as the retail price at an event. I take their credit card, I swipe their credit card or accept cash. You can even do PayPal or Venmo, any way you want to get the money to you. You collect the money. Then you're going to place a product order for the customer in your back office using Credit Wallet. There are two ways to get that money that you have collected into Credit Wallet in the back office. You can send a bank wire. If you go to the back office and you click on Credit Wallet, it'll show you the instructions on exactly how to get a wire credited to your account. The other thing you can do, if you have sufficient pay coming for your event, typically what I do to process your orders. So for example, if I sell a bottle on Sunday at an event and it was $99, I will swipe their credit card. Square will deposit $99 into my checking account. I will then go into Credit Wallet and say, please assign the next $99 of my commission to my Credit Wallet account. And then I'm able to go into Credit Wallet and reorder this bottle for my customer, ensuring them the 30-day money-back guarantee, and then shipping it to myself as the affiliate to return my stock. Hopefully that makes sense. It's a little bit complicated, but if you think it through, it makes sense. You can sell a bottle cash and carry and not process it through the system. I could sell this bottle for $99, collect $99 from the customer, and it's a done deal. But that does not ensure them a 30-day money-back guarantee. The only way that you can ensure them the 30-day money-back guarantee is to set them up an account in the system and process that purchase through the system. You can use these same order forms even if you don't carry stock. Process it in the same way, and then there's an option down here that says ship it to the customer or ship it to the affiliate to return inventory. If you give them your own bottle, you're going to return shipment to you to restock your inventory. If you don't give them a bottle, you're going to ship it to the customer. If you have any questions about how to do this, contact your upline leader. 5K leader or above can generally explain this process to you. Collect the customer information on the form. Collect the retail cost, either in cash or Square. Give the customer the product from your stock. Process the customer's order from the order form through Credit Wallet, returning the inventory shipment to you. The other benefit to processing all of your orders through the system is you get paid a jumpstart commission on that, and it counts towards all of your volume for your promotions. If you just cash and carry a bottle, if you purchase it under your own personal volume, you're not going to get paid commission on that bottle. If you don't put that order through the system, that volume is not counting towards your promotions as well. You want to make sure that you get those enrollments and that volume into the system for your global bonus pool, for your commission, for your promotions. All right, so let's talk about after the event. So a couple of things that you'll want to do after the event. When I schedule an event, one of the first things I do is I schedule follow-up time. You don't want to sit on those leads for 7 to 10 days before you reach out to those people afterwards. They have given you their email address. Even if they've made a purchase, you're going to email them and say, thank you for your purchase. Here are the serving instructions that we discussed at the table. If you've set up an account for them, you want to remind them of what their username and password is and explain to them how to reorder. Also give them the link to your business opportunity website in case they're interested in the business. And then I always, again, thank them for their time and because they stopped to talk to me at the event. Not everybody will stop and talk to you. So I always want to make sure I appreciate the people that did. People who did not make a purchase shared their email with me on their raffle form. So the very first thing that I do, if anybody indicated that they are interested in earning additional income, the very first thing I do is pre-enroll all of those people first before I process any orders from that show. What that means is as you add additional customers, they will come under that pre-enrollee. Helps build them a team right out of the gate. Then I send an email. I use 2 different emails, one to people who did indicate that they were earning an extra bottle, and I explain to them that I have pre-enrolled them and what that means. The others that just said they're interested in trying a free bottle, I have a different text for them. I have samples of these emails also available in the files section of our affiliate group. And I basically say, thank you so much for stopping to talk to me. I really appreciated meeting you. I'm glad that you took the time. Here's information for you. We have samples available. This is how to order them. This is how to order any products. This is how to join my Facebook customer group. This is how to connect with me on Facebook. If you're interested in the business, here's a link. So it basically is an email that says, thanks so much. Here's some information from you, and here's some links that you may be interested in. I always try to email every single person that I had a conversation with within 24 to 48 hours of the event. If I don't email them until next weekend, they're probably not going to remember me. And I also indicate in the email where I met them. Thank you so much for stopping to talk to me at XYZ event name, so that they also make that connection of where they know you from. So we have covered how to find vendor events, how to set up a table for a vendor event, where to get the things that you need to set up a table for a vendor event. Remember, keep it simple. What to do while you're at the event, what to bring to the event, and what to do after the event is over. I hope that you have found this to be helpful for you, and I hope that this will help you go rock some events. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.